TIFU by talking to my GF while drying my genitalia. After a hot shower I always like to make sure I'm pretty dry before putting on clothes. Recently, I had to plug a space heater up in my room because it gets cold at night. I set the heater on the top of my desk in order to better cast the heat throughout the room. Anyways, after I got out of the shower this morning, I noticed that the heater was the perfect height to air dry my genitals. I spread out my towel and allowed the heater to wonderfully dry my coconut. My GF was amused by this and I sorta looked back to reply to her. It was at this moment when my shaft swayed ever so slightly and pressed against the heater. I jumped out of my towel and yelped in pain while my GF laughed. It still burns. TL, doctor, I burned my tip trying to talk to my GF. Everybody loves a little sausage fresh off the griddle. Dude, just use a hairdryer. Middle heat setting. Don't get too close. Once you've healed up anyway, maybe put some aloe on that for now. I really hope that you don't end up getting really bad blisters or second-degree burns. There is a line down the top of my zucchini matching the line on the heater. Frown. The best feel in the world is when your zucchini feels refreshed. And then there's my wife, that just turns off the shower, gets out and puts her clothes on. Yes, the part where she dries herself off doesn't exist for her. TIFU by using DoorDash and not checking my account. I've heard questionable things about DoorDash, but since the previous owner of my phone number used it to register for Uber Eats, I can't register for an account anymore, and DoorDash is the best alternative I have, or so I thought. Today was super cold, so I made an order on DoorDash not realizing that it was linked to my old phone number, so when my delivery was here I didn't get a call from the Dasher. I only realized about 5 minutes later, since in the app it showed the Dasher was here but I didn't get anything. I checked my account and realized the mistake with my number and panicked. I changed it ASAP and contacted the Dasher, who told me he already left. So, desperate, I made an offer that I'll pay him extra for him to come back. At first he said yes and asked me how much, and I told him I'm not sure because I'm a student and can't pay him a lot. He literally texted to me, "It's okay, I'm coming." So I waited for him at the location only to get a notification in the DoorDash app saying the Dasher had trouble making the delivery and left it in the garbage. After lying to me, the Dasher tells me sorry, I'm not coming. Now there is no way for me to get a refund and there is nothing I can do, and I made a pretty big order too, around $50, since it was supposed to be for my lunch and dinner. So now I'm just crying in my room because technically it was my fault, but I just hated the fact the Dasher gave me false hope and lied to me like that. Frown. TL, doctor, I missed the delivery because my account was linked to my old phone and Dasher lied to me saying he would come back but didn't. Lost my $50 worth of food. Edit, I live in Canada and I'm talking about Canadian currency. A lot of people are telling me I spend a lot of money on food, and I agree that is definitely part of the cheesecake up. Hey, I have an easy solution for you to get all your money back and be able to place another order so you can get food through DoorDash. If you go into your orders, you are able to complain through the app that food was not delivered and they will issue you the same amount of money you spent in credits, so you can use those credits to pay for another meal. If you want more specific advice for how to do this, PM. I have been a DoorDash customer for a long time. They suck. I had a Dasher tell me to go F myself once cause they were at the wrong house and didn't want to admit it. Thanks for telling me this. I just issued and complain, hopefully it works. I work with a guy who dashes as a side job. He says he usually eats the food if someone doesn't show to get their order. So deliver all day and get some free food on the side? Sounds like a deal. DoorDash sucks. I have had bad experiences with their customer service and I'm never ordering from them again. They basically delivered half cold, half lukewarm burgers and cold fries since the delivery took very long. And at first, they were very prompt with their service since they contacted me right away before I contacted them, and they offered me a $10 coupon for the next purchase. Burgers came to $40 plus since I was ordering with a friend, but I sucked it up. 2 days before the coupon expired, I ordered and the coupon didn't even work. So I emailed a complaint about it before the coupon expired and they finally replied after a couple days asking for more information. even though I gave them my email, order, etc. However, I was on a camping trip so I didn't see the email until 3+ days later. And they told me that my request is void. They haven't replied to any of my emails since. About a week ago this dude texted me that they didn't have what I ordered, so I told him what to get instead and he said okay, but the food that I got was so butternut. So like the entitled 21st century man I sent a not so passive aggressive tweet to DoorDash and got a reply saying to DM I did and was friendly to the rep and got full credit back. Now in my case he said they normally don't give back full refunds, but you should definitely be able to get some credit towards your next order. Hope this helps. I've never used a delivery service, but what I'm understanding is they can refuse you because your number is synced up with another service. Yeah, I think it was totally fair for him to refuse because it was my fault, but I'm pissed about him telling me he'll come back then throwing my order out. TIFU by body slamming my grandma. TL drive. I body slammed my grandma and drop kicked my nephew at the family brunch. Backstory: my grandma claims she could take any of her grandchildren down in a fight every time we get together. Earlier today the family decided to drop by our grandparents' house. Grandma invited everybody in the extended family close by. A couple glasses of wine in, Grandma started talking about how she could take on everybody at once. This slightly offended me, so I told her let's go. My brother, 22, joined me as we went upstairs to her room. She immediately goes for the double leg takedown, however I swiftly dodge it while my brother stands there doing nothing. At this point she's 2 feet in front of her bed, so I decide to bring out Old Reliable. I rush her, grabbing her legs and neck, swing her around and drop her on the bed. She starts yelling at me as the family rushes outside. My nephew, 3, charges at me, so I drop kick him as well. Now the family is mad at me. I apologized to both of them, knowing that my behavior was inappropriate and rude. I don't care if this is real or not, but I'm laughing my coconut off, so thank you. Hope your grandma's okay. Don't start no cheesecake. Won't be no cheesecake, grandma. Don't feel bad, they're just mad that you won the Festivus feats of strength. Way to assert dominance, should have finished her off with a stone cold stunner or something. Hashtag give me a hell yeah. Grand MMA. Almost grand MMA.